Hello and welcome to this video in which we're going to be asking, are you getting the most out of your CRM? And it's a big question and one that's probably not possible to answer unless you break it down. So the next question really to think about is, what do you want to get out of your CRM? And when we think of a CRM, traditionally they've been customer or client relationship management systems, but actually we can think of them as contact relationship management systems. And when we do that, for a business owner, for a service-based business owner, that opens up all sorts of extra ways that a CRM can be used and utilized within your business. Because you can look after your associates, your partners, your suppliers. It doesn't have to be just around the client side of things. So that really opens it up to become a system that's much more supportive of the entire business. So ask yourself the question, what do you want to get out of your CRM? And then ask the question, are you getting that out of your CRM? And that's the big question. Are you getting out of your CRM what you want to get out of it, what you need to get out of it to grow your business? And then you can ask the question, so what else can it do that will help you? What else can it do that will help you run your business successfully, that will help you grow your business? So having a think about that, the requirements that I see, and I've been setting up clients on CRMs for over 13, 14 years now, and I've been running my own business for 15 years, and I've been using a CRM for 15 years. The one particular CRM that I particularly like, Capsule. Before that, I used other CRMs, Salesforce, etc. But the business owners that I work with want to get some similar things out of the CRM. There's some threads, there's some common factors. And there are three main common factors as to what they would like to get out of a CRM. So think of these as the absolute necessity. So it has to be a central place where you keep your data. It really should be somewhere that you can manage your pipeline. And it really should be somewhere that you can keep on top of what you're delivering to your clients. So three main things there. And when it is those three main things, it becomes a central place of truth, a central source of truth, or a single source of truth, as some people say. But in addition to that, it's also somewhere where you can look after your partners, your associates, your suppliers. So there are extra things that we can do with our CRM, and there are many things on top of that that we can do as well. And we always design a CRM thinking about what we want to get out of it. It's absolutely vital to think of it in that way. But when it is a central place to keep all of your data, when it is somewhere that you can manage your pipeline, and when it is somewhere that you can look after your clients, then it does become a single source of truth. Whether you're a solopreneur or whether you have a team supporting you, whether you're a member of a team, it becomes that single source of truth, which is so vital. So what else do we want and need a CRM to be? We want it to give us those things that we've just looked at, but we want it also to be a selection of other things. We want it to be easily accessible, either when we're at our desk, at our laptops, or when we're out and about, so to be able to access the CRM from any type of mobile device. We want it to be simple to use. If it's too complicated, we're just not going to use it. If it's nice and simple, the brain engages with it, we emotionally connect, we see the benefits of it, and we're much more likely to use it, and we're much more likely to encourage our teams to use it and ask our teams to use it and have them use it. It has to be simple to adapt, because businesses grow and businesses need to adapt. So we want to have a CRM that we can add extra bits and pieces to. When we design a CRM, we want it to be as complete and support our business as much as possible, because unpicking a CRM is really painful. But when we think of a CRM as we grow, we want it to be able to grow with us. So we need to be able to add bits and pieces to it. And we, most importantly, want it to be cost effective. We want to get a really good return on the investment that we put into the CRM. So that's a return on our time, it's a return on the license fees, it's a return on any help that you've had to set it up. We want to make sure it's cost effective and we get a good return on it. So now have a think about that. Is your current CRM giving you all of those things? And it's a really good time just to self-reflect and think about your own system. Is it giving you all of those things? Okay, so what would a properly set up CRM give you? Well, there are four main things that it will give you. The first one is that it will give you an increase in revenue, because it will enable you to contact the right people at the right time, because you've built your customer journey into it. It will enable you to manage your pipeline, so we would lose less sales, therefore increase revenue. It allows us to move the opportunities along the sales process, which means we've got a better chance of converting those conversations into actual work. As I said just a few minutes ago, the entire customer journey is supported in a good CRM, a well set up CRM. So we have happier clients and they are likely to come back and purchase something else from them, especially when we have our product staircase built into the CRM. But they leave us as raving advocates, happy people, raving fans. So they're likely and hopefully go out and talk about us to other people. And then when that other person has a need that we offer a solution to, then we are able to offer a solution to that person because they've been pointed in our direction by our happy clients. So that's the first thing, an increase in revenue. The second thing a CRM, when it's properly set up, will give you is a decrease in costs. When you have a proper sales process in place that you're happy with, the cost of each sale is decreased because you're spending less time moving it along the sales process. The same with delivery. It reduces the cost of delivery because you have a delivery process that you're happy with in place and you move your clients along that, and it's tried and tested and you have happy clients, and there's less investment of time and energy into moving those clients along because it's tried and tested and you're happy with the process. Again, the customer journey is supported. So you can see a theme here, a thread. Understand your customer journey, nail your customer journey. So both of those two will combine and give you an increase in net profit. So the first one was an increase in revenue. The second one was a decrease in costs. Overall, that gives you an increase in net profit. Absolutely vital for businesses. The third thing that a well set up CRM will give you is the ability to be more organized. It will make you more organized. It's because you have tried and tested processes in place and you're not running around like a headless chicken trying to make things up. Or, you know, the Wallace and Gromit scene when they're laying the train track, but they're on the train and they're laying the track as they're moving along. That's the analogy I often use because that's how it feels, doesn't it? When you don't have a process in place, you're making it up as you go along. You don't know what the next step's going to be. And when you run a business like that, it's exhausting. I know, I've been there. It's exhausting. So when you have your customer journey set up and sorted out, then you are able to move your clients along that journey and everybody is much happier. So you are more organized. So being more organized, what does that give you? It's nice to think you're more organized, but when you break that down, it's even nicer. Being more organized gives you more time. It makes you more productive. It enables you to be more productive. So you get more time and you're more productive. On top of that, you are more productive with the extra time that you've got. So another win-win situation. Being more organized also means that you're less stressed. Being less stressed means that you can be more creative. And as business owners, we have to constantly be creative because we have to adapt. We have to be creative. It's a place of joy. Sometimes we're creative with our problem solving. Otherwise, other times we're creative with our business development. So when we're less stressed, we give our brain the space to be creative and think of solutions to issues and think of ideas. Being more organized and less stressed means that we're happier. And there's a direct correlation between happier people being more productive. In fact, a TED talk I particularly like explains that happier people are 30% more productive. And there's a direct correlation between happier people and successful sales as well. I can't remember the statistics, it's higher than 30%, but do go and check out the TED talk. It's absolutely brilliant, and I'll find the link. So the first thing that a well set up CRM will give us is an increase in revenue. The second is a decrease in cost. The third, it will make us more organized and happier. And then the fourth and the last one is that it will make the business a better place to be for you and for the people that you work with. Because even as a solopreneur or a business owner doesn't have a employees, we have a team of people around us. We have suppliers, partners, maybe associates. So a good CRM that's well set up will enable us to stay in contact with those people that are in our team much more easily, and it will forge better relationships because of that. So that's another huge benefit, huge bonus to having a well set up CRM. So again, think about your CRM. Is it giving you all of that? Are there tweaks that you can make to it to help it give you more of these things? But how do we get that CRM to be set up in a way that gives us all of what we just thought about? First of all, map out your customer journey. It's absolutely vital, all the way through from somebody not being in your universe at all through to, and that's on the left-hand side, so map it out in a linear way or whatever works for you, but I don't like working on a linear way, over to the right-hand side where they've received the solution to their problem from you. So you've delivered your service to them and you've asked for a recommendation, case study, referral, and everybody is happy. So that's all the way from unknown to all the way through to that point where they are a raving fan. So that's your customer journey. And certain parts of that customer journey will sit in certain parts of the CRM, which we'll have a look at. But basically, you've got the bit where somebody's a prospect, and then you've got the part of the CRM where you are talking to them about an actual piece of work. So that's an opportunity. The conversation is in the pipeline. And then you've got the part of the customer journey where you are delivering your product to them and they are an actual customer, and that will be looked after in a different part of the CRM. So you've got the CRM that supports that entire customer journey. And when we're looking at a CRM, there are different components of a CRM that we use to identify where somebody is in that customer journey. So many CRMs have tags. Capsule itself has tags, and we use those tags to identify where that organization or person is in our customer journey. So we might have a tag potential client. So we know that we're talking to them about some work. We might have a tag client, or client active, or client live, or client current. That would be for identifying a person or an organization that we're actually delivering our service to. So, and then after that, when they've received the work and everything's come to a natural conclusion, then they would be something along the lines of client previous. So you've got those tags: potential client, actual client, and then previous client. And the semantics are important, whatever works for you, but often these tags are delivered alphabetically. So if you have the word client potential, client active, client previous, then you will get them appearing all together in your list of tags. Do always try and keep the tags to a minimum. So do think about tags as a way of identifying the relationship that you have with a person. You could also put your partners in there, your suppliers in there. So you'd have a tag supplier, a tag partner, etc. And then, so that's all about knowing your customer journey. You also want to know who your ideal client is. And when you're creating the customer journey, you are thinking about your ideal client avatar and thinking about moving that made up person, if you like, but the avatar along that customer journey. It makes it a lot easier to map out your customer journey when you are visualizing an actual avatar. Okay, so if you want some help with that, I've got a couple of blogs that are really helpful. I'll pop the links to them in the chat, or go and look for them on my website. You're very welcome to that, obviously. When you know who your ideal client is, you can work out what data you actually need to capture on your system to make sure that you're talking to the right person. So if you only want to talk to business owners, then you'd need to find a way of identifying that somebody is a business owner. If you only want to deal with HR directors, then you would find some way of identifying HR directors on your system. And custom fields are very good for this. Custom fields often are used to capture more static information like industry. So say you only wanted to work with HR directors who are in the pharmaceuticals industry, then you would have a custom field which was industry. One of those industry choices would be pharmaceuticals. Other ones, maybe travel or manufacturing or whatever, would also be in that list, but you would be able to then see which of your contacts are in which industry, and you would be able to segment them accordingly. Okay, so by being able to segment your data, it means that you can talk to the right people at the right time, which feeds into increasing revenue. So 2 things there: nail your customer journey, identify who your ideal client is. And just a little extra hack there, do make sure that you integrate your CRM with your email, whether it's Outlook or Gmail. It's a game changer. It saves so much time and enables you to be so organized. So we've had to think about what a good CRM will give you and what you might need as a business owner or as a user of a CRM. We've had to think about what you might want to get out of a CRM and how it might be set up and created. So now let's have a look actually at the CRM. So in true Blue Peter style, I've got Capsule CRM here, which I'm going to just show you because I know that we've got a few Capsule users on the call, and this will give non-Capsule users the chance to see what a nice simple CRM looks like, and you can take some learning back to your own CRM. And we're also going to look at some of the new features on Capsule as well. So I'm going to share my screen with you now. So here we have the dashboard of Capsule. So on the left-hand side, we can see that it's been integrated with my Outlook calendar, my demonstration version, and we can see that there's a list of tasks. We can add tasks here, and if there are any tasks due today, then that would appear at the bottom of this screen. We can also see that we can have a look at the recently viewed contacts. We can have a look at the projects. There's 16 open projects. So that's 16 pieces of work that's been delivered. None are closing this week, 4 are overdue. And we can actually click through there and see which of the 4 are overdue. And so we can have a look and see what the delays are. We've got the sales pipeline there. We've got £51,056.94 on 8 opportunities. None are due to close this week, and all 8 of those are stale, which is obviously really bad news. Again, we can click through and see which ones are stale. We've also got some overdue ones, so we can have a look and fix those and see what's going on, move them along. We can also see what activities have happened this week, and that activities this week, tasks have been completed, emails that have been sent. So this has been a quiet week so far, but this would obviously look much busier, be some nice numbers in there on your own system. So, and we can move all of that around. If we want to see the pipeline first, we can just literally pick that up and drop it so that we see it first. We can also see recent activity. So we might look on there and see that there was a walking meeting with some gobbledygook there. We can see that we have uploaded an image, which we can do from an app, the Capsule app, and we can see that that there's some tasks completed and some emails have been sent. So this is a scrolling list of activity. Now, a new feature on Capsule is comments, and we can actually make comments on bits and pieces on different activities, which you'll have a look at, and you can also mention other people. So you can have conversations, if you like, with other users from within the system. And here you can see a list of comments that relate to you. So it's a good way of keeping on top of the comments. So if we just move back our eyes back up to the top here, we've got some icons. So we've got the dashboard. We've got people in organizations, so that's your data bank. That's where everybody sits. So that's the one of the main things that people want to have is one location where all of their contacts are. Then we have calendar and tasks. Then we have sales pipeline. We have projects. We have reports. and we have workflow automations. So if we just pop back to people and organizations, here we have the ability to dice and slice. We can see everybody that's in the system, and on the right hand side we can see we've got some tags, so we can also slice and dice and see just our prospects, for example. So we can drill down, and then what we can do is we can say, right, I would like to only see the people that are tagged as prospect. So one of the things that we can do here, and this is a really good tip, is that we can actually search on the attributes of an organization. So when you're thinking about your ideal client avatar, the organization that ideal client works at, because of course it's the person that has the problem, it's the person that has the pain that you're solving, then we can actually filter our lists in Capsule based on the properties of the associated organization. So let's go to active clients. Let's go to potential clients. So we have 3 people that work at organizations that are tagged as, the organization is tagged as a potential client. And we can do various things with these. We could choose them. We could add a tag to them. We could add a note, so that we can use it in all sorts of different ways. But we don't have to stop at just the tag. All of the custom fields that have been added can be used to filter. And we can save this list. So the list doesn't disappear. We save the parameters of the list, and then the content of the list, if you like, the list of people in it are dynamically populated each time we click on that save list. We also have the ability to search on enrichment. So enrichment is Capsule going out, gathering information about organizations that is out there, readily available to the public, and Capsule give us a window into that. It doesn't come into Capsule, but we can use these enrichment tags to choose what we want to search on in our own CRM. So we might have 50 organizations in our CRM. We might not have very much information on those organizations, but Capsule goes out to the universe, finds relevant information, and we can then search on that, even though that data is not in our CRM. So let's search on revenue, and we can see that we've got an organization pop up there. So let's choose 10 million to 50 million, and we don't have any organizations that are on our system for that, but let's go to 500. We don't have that either, so that's quite a big one. So we can also search on other enrichment information. So we could tech tags, traffic, estimate a number of employees, sub-industry. There's all sorts of things that we can search on there. So that's organization enrichment, and that is a new feature. If I just go to an organization, let's go to Microsoft. So this is the Microsoft record. This is, I've tagged them as an active supplier. You can see on here that you've got this enrichment area, and you can view more. So it gives us all the information about Microsoft, obviously a very well-known company, but when you think that you could do this for smaller charities, you could do this for smaller organizations to really help you connect with the right people, then it's really useful. We also have the ability now, which is another new feature, to have personal contact enrichments. So if I go to Sarah Bird at Microsoft, then we've got enrich this contact with dozens of new fields. So enrich contact. So we've got the ability to see more. So we can see that Sarah's based in New York. She's in the product area. She's a manager, and we've even got her email address. So this is data that's in the public space. So Capsule go out and find it, and other CRMs do the same. So really useful, really, really useful. So we might look at an individual record, and let's look at Citrus Lemon as the organization. And then we've got tasks on the right-hand side. We've got some comments there, which this is this new feature, add comment. And then we've got some information about Lucy Lemon, and we can click through to Lucy. and we can see information about Lucy. So Lucy has been an active client, or is an active client, for service B and service C. We were talking to her about service A, so that's interesting that we were talking to her about A, but she chose B and C. And we can just click here and add a comment if we want to. So, and we can choose other people on here if we want to as well to make the comment too. So let's just go hello, which isn't very interesting, but press on send there. So that comment is now there, and the comment would be on the dashboard at the front as well. So we can communicate with other users on the system. So when we're looking at this contact, we can see that the last contact was 10 days ago. There are 2 open projects which we can click through to here. There's a pipeline value of 20,280, and there's been 10,001 over time. So this is a new area here. We can see how many opportunities have converted in time. So then we might want to go through to the opportunities, and we can see that there are 3 opportunities for citrus lemon, 2 at proposal stage. 1 has already been won, which is at 10,000. But if we wanted to look at the pipeline as a whole, which is so important as a business owner, then we can go to the dashboard and we can see the entire pipeline. We can also see the pipeline as a list of columns, and we can also see the pipeline as a list if we wanted to. So when we have an opportunity, we go through the process, the sales process. We might have some tracks. We might have initial inquiry, sales process, milestone 1, milestone 2, milestone 3. And if we have the growth plan or the team's plan, then we can actually have some automations there. So we can add some automations on to the actual opportunity to encourage it to go along. And we can even send out emails automatically. So we would get to the end of the opportunity and we would say that it's been won, and we would then add a linked project. So we are now managing what we deliver and said we would deliver in the opportunity. And this linked project has been created. It's on the project board, and you can have multiple project boards if you want to as well. If you want to look at all of the work that you've got going on, then you can see here that we've got some different opportunities. We can change the way that we see it. If we want to, we can change what we see here, and we can change how we sort it. But we can look at the different statuses. We can look at the different boards. So we've got delivery of service A and B. We've got the partner program and the different stages even. So we might have a delivery process, kickoff meeting, design version 1, final version delivered to client. And we can also have tags in this area as well if we want to. So that is a whistle-stop tour of the projects area, but let's just click into a single project. You can see that we've got kickoff meeting to final version, deliver to clients, and we just follow up to delivery, and we can have tracks that are added there as well if we want to. And again, we can automate those things. So do pop over. I've got a video on automation because there's quite a lot to cover in it. And do let me know if you have any questions on that. But we also have reports now. There's a whole bunch of really nice reports, which is, again, a new feature, an enriched and enhanced feature within Capsule. So I'm just going to have a look and see that I've covered the new features. So we've done organization enrichment, contact enrichment, comments and mentions, finding people based on the attributes of an organization. Importing into pipeline is the other one. We can now import directly into the pipeline, which is very exciting and saves a lot of time. We click on add, we go to import, and we choose import into your sales pipeline. So if you are new to Capsule and you have a bunch of opportunities that you want to bring in, then you can import them directly into opportunities. And I've done another video on that to show you how to do that. So go and check that one out. Email templates are the other one I wanted to cover. Excuse me. We can go to account settings, email templates, and we have email templates in people and organizations, in opportunities, and in projects. If we go to this one in projects, then what we can see is we have a custom field here. So the kickoff session date. So we can really make the templates redynamic. We can put custom field information into the templates so that the template is created for us. And it's really, really useful. It saves so much time. Anything that you find that you're typing more than once or twice, pop it in as a template. If the information has not been added to that custom field, then the template will not go. It won't go anywhere. And that's really useful for automations because we can use those templated emails in automations, and we don't just suddenly get an email go out that's not fully complete. Capsule put a stop on it and say, no, we can't do that because the data isn't there. Okay, so that's really useful. Now, if we wanted to add a new template, but we weren't sure what to say, then we can use the AI content assistant and we can type in something there and actually generate some content. And it's really good. Actually, it comes up with some really nice stuff. And then you can pop that into your email template, make any changes that you need. And of course, just to reiterate, you do need to integrate your Outlook or your Gmail or your other email delivery system to Capsule and add your signature in. Now, when you do that, Capsule will send an email out and it will look, for all intents and purposes, as though it's come from your own system. Your signature will be there. And when the person replies, it will come back into your inbox. So that's really good and really useful stuff. You can also store the entire thread of conversation. And to do that, you go to your Outlook and you go to the email, you click on send to Capsule, and then you can store the conversation either on the data bank or on the person or on the opportunity or on the project. So there have been some new reports come out as well. So do check out your report area. Capsule are working on that area a lot and doing lots of enhancements. And gosh, that's a whistle-stop tour of challenging and playing devil's advocate. Is your CRM doing what you want it to, what you need it to? And a little bit of an insight as to what the CRM could be doing for you. And just covering off some of those new features in Capsule. So I hope you have found this video useful. Thank you so much for watching it. Do subscribe to my channel and check out my other help videos, and pop over to my website, www.blakeconsultants.co.uk, and have a look at the blogs there. There's some really useful help on creating a sales process, creating a customer journey, and working out who your ideal client avatar is, as well as other useful blogs as well. But do pop over and have a look at that. But thank you for watching, and do let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help you. You can contact me on julia.blake@blakeconsultants.co.uk. Thank you.